In fact, there was so many people from Holland in that part of Pennsylvania, they named one of their towns New Holland, and that's where all the New Holland tractors are built. You see them all over the world now.
Yep.
Pretty compact, huh?
Yeah. We are on the middle floor right now, so there's more floors upstairs. This might have been their bathroom or washroom, more like it, and maybe a bedroom with the wardrobe here. Little audio visual demonstration of how things work. Pump the water. Wow, tight quarters. Can't go up the stairs, so I'm going to stop here. We can take a peek upstairs. There. Okay, you can climb a little mini stairs and see this, which, oh, there we go. Now you can see the round things. Can't see much though, because there's this cage on top of the stairs. Yeah.
But also when you look at it in the cupboard upstairs, we call that lampetstel. And when you sleep upstairs, there is a thing you can put some water in, and then you can wash your dad, like that. Yeah. You put some water in then, and then you wash yours.
The everyday person though, did they have one that nice? That's pretty nice. Instead of China stuff.
Yeah,
Chinese porcelain.
Yeah, not from China.
Yeah.
You know?
Pretty nice.
I think Royal Delft.
Oh,
Royal
yeah.
Delft.
I'm going there tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
$1738, before the American Revolution. This thing has been standing. Wow.
Yeah, because there's the date on this side. Yeah. Interesting fact.
Moet je even goed zeggen dat ze stil zitten op die bankjes, want die zitten gewoon niet vast, die dingen.
They are mascots today. They're working hard. They're keeping an eye on everybody.
Yeah, so I mean, we can't have the ditches run too high, of course, because then well, the grass is going to start to sink down pretty fast, and the cattle is going to get in trouble. But if it gets too low, well then basically that means we are too high out here. So then we'll start. And also the tea water came through there, so it was pretty bad living. It really, the rule of thumb was if the middle offers you some coffee, you really respect it a bit fun. Maybe during a dry summer we might actually not need it, and we could completely drain out the bucket and sort of reclaim the land temporarily back there toward that, and so we could have cattle graze on it. But this turned out to be a lot of effort, so they did this once and then they decided, well, let's do it. Right hand side is also a museum, so that's museum number 3. This one is the only one that has the scoop wheel on the outside. You can see it on the right hand side outside of the building. It's actually a lot more of an old. So you might have spotted all the older windmills. They have been built in 1740, 1738. This windmill on the right hand side comes from 1640, so roughly 100 years older than the rest of them. And really making it safer. Often people actually ask me if it's a newer windmill. It looks pretty sleek. That's a pretty cool design. I do like it. But people sometimes can't really put their finger on it. But they did put a little modern touch on that one. As we passed by it on the way back, maybe. And actually for the longest time it used to be the toilet. So a bit disrespectful to history. But I'm not sure if they're going to be. And there's 8 windmills in one row. So they all share this one little baking house. This has to be done really well in original production processes as well. But so when the thatch is done, it stays there about 40 years or so. So it's very durably done. But this thatch, basically the blonde side in front of us, that has been done, I think it was about 3 years or so. And so it started off like bright yellow, well-ish, bright blondish. And so you can see it's slowly starting to decolor, and eventually it will reach the same color as the rest of them, basically. Start off a shift. A miller has to decide, or deduce where the wind is gonna be coming from that day. And so at the steering wheel there's an axle with a steel chain wrapped around it. And you may be able to spot as well, there are little anchor points circling the windmill, little white boulders. So that's places where the miller can hook up the chain. So he'll hook the chain up to these boulders, and then he'll step on the shift wheel. So this is a lot safer because you don't want to depend on your physical strength to break down a windmill when it's going too fast. It's just so heavy. So it's a lot safer actually for a miller when they start up their windmill. They actually pull the rope down. This pulls the lever down and takes it off the brake. Then they tie the rope down at the bottom there, at the shift wheel, and for as long as the shift takes, and untie it at the end of the day. But then, wrap them around the blade. They look like a rope currently, but they are very tightly rolled up. And so to start up a windmill, a miller, well, by the end of their shift, they'll leave their blades in a plus position, so the bottom blade is already ready to be re-engaged, basically, for the next day. So the side of your house could be a dangerous side.
Yeah.
So because of this, and because of the symmetry, well, the mills they do have 2 doors, but they don't have a front door or a back door. They have a safe door and a dangerous door, right? The door you do use and the door you don't use.
Okay, Margot. You're hired.
Okay, take a walk in my shoes. I dare you. Take a walk in my shoes.
Oh, yeah, right.